Welcome to the show. Sophisticated Ignorance. Chris and Corey. Let's go. Sit back, vibe, have a drink. We're about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of laughs and a whole lot of ignorance, man. This one for the culture. So tap in, vibe out, grab a seat, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your house nice and clean, burn a candle. We're about to get into it. Yeah. Sophisticated Ignorance.
Welcome back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 14. Episode 14.
Yes, sir.
You know, I am one half of your ignorant host. My name is Chris.
I'm Corey. And then we got a new guest.
I should say one third of the ignorant host. You know, we got some additions. YouTube, you see him. Man, he in the flesh.
Let this man.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, boss.
Man. Jamal Peterson, just a country boy from Arcadia, coming through to add a little bit more to the podcast. Hopefully, y'all like what I have to offer.
And that's what he's the real sophistication.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody know I'm the ignorant. Excuse us for having two mics. We got three mics, but
we had some. You know,
we got to order another piece. You know, just
technical
chill.
stuff. It's
just
all
chill.
good.
Next
though.
episode,
We got
we're
it.
gonna be
We got
hitting
it.
on
Though.
all cylinders, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, we added a third. You know what I'm saying.
We are sophisticated ignorance.
You know what I'm saying.
You know, give us a round of applause.
Easy.
Yeah, man. We definitely appreciate y'all for continuously rocking with us, man. We 14 of them things in, man.
14 of them
so
things.
So you know how we always kick it off. You know, a little weekend recap. How was your weekend, boss?
I had I did some community service this week. I ain't gonna really get too much into it. Everybody know I'm pretty much active out there, but yeah, I did a little bit of community service. After that, went and ate and shit. And other than that, man, you know me, I just be chilling.
Yep.
Chilling.
Same here. I ain't do much. Everybody got their stimulus check. I was buying stuff for my.
What you did?
Well, I didn't get my stimulus check.
Oh,
so that's that.
I got my stimulus check. Yeah.
Hey,
well, you got that stimmy, huh?
What?
Hey, you
Call
got
me Stimmy Turner.
I like that one. That was smooth. That's that crown talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. How about yourself, Ma? What you had going on this weekend?
This weekend, nothing much. I had some family come down. We hung out. Actually, I went down back to Arcadia for a family event. We barbecued, hung out, reminisced, and did the celebration of my cousin who passed.
Oh,
that was pretty much it.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, that's good, man. I just, like I said, I got that stimmy. Had to, get my daughter room right. We're expecting number 2 in July, so I'm a girl dad.
Congrats.
Ooh, boy. If Joe drop another stimmy, you gonna be.
Hey, I'm in there.
You in there? Listen, anybody out there giving away kids? I got room for about 2 more.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Give me
I need about 5 of them things,
boy. And I'm in
but
the
yeah,
game.
Man, we just did a little hanging out. Chill with the fam. That was it, bro. Nice little smooth weekend. Worked yesterday. That was about it. I hate working on Sundays.
On Saturdays, anyways.
Bro, that's the worst, man. But you give and take what you get.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, unfortunate news. We got to get into these current events, and they always not positive. But we got to bring y'all the reality of these situations. So if anybody out there watching or listening hasn't heard about the unfortunate demise of the spa victims in Atlanta, we here to tell you about Mr. Robert Aaron Long, who is a different type of person. He is the shooting suspect.
What was the dude name who shot JF Kennedy?
I don't remember.
What was the dude name who shot MLK? It was Robert something.
Probably was. I know they was white. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we don't do that type of stuff. Unfortunately, it's not a funny thing.
You got to take that back. DC Sniper.
That don't count, bro.
It count.
That's a mulligan. That's a one-off. That's a mulligan.
That don't count.
All right, so now, who shoot up schoolhouses? Keep it G.
Again, I'm not racist, but facts are facts.
And
white people.
And so the shooter of Martin Luther King Jr. was James Earl Ray. However, he recanted that statement. It's a lot of evidence to prove that he wasn't even in the city when that took place. So from what they were saying, from him to be the shooter at the flop house, that couldn't have physically taken place because 1, he wasn't there, and 2, the dynamics of it, the trajectory was just off.
That sounds like the same people who killed Malcolm X.
Right. See, I got too sophisticated niggas, so I'm finna lose every battle in this.
But yeah, man, just to get back to this stuff here, the premise of this whole thing was just nuts, to be real. This man, 21 years old, and, you know, now everything is about how he got a gun instead of why he killed these people. So, you know, it's a whole political game behind that. They're saying it was a racially motivated thing because most of the victims were Asian.
6 out of the 8.
6 out of the 8 were Asian. Some people are going to say it's proximity because they all work in spas mostly. That's kind of racist. But at the same time, if you read and dig a little deeper, they talk about his sex addiction and how he was, you know.
Hold on. 6 out of the 8 people he shot at the spa were Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody out there know.
That's what I just said.
Spas are
owned mostly by Asian people. But
right.
It's in Atlanta, so you would assume it might be not always that one-sided. But every spa I've ever been to is always owned by Asian people.
Asian, just like every gas station.
Or every Chinese restaurant. Not being, it's just, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate, man, because I was reading 2 different articles about this just to see, you know, how the image is being portrayed. CNN, they giving you, we don't really know much about him. We're trying to dig into his past. Washington Post telling you he was a church going, loving.
He was having a bad day, bro.
How you have a bad day and just murder people?
That's why I say we live in the age of spin, because you got to think about it. If you or I were to do something that irate, we would be like the worst of the worst, the black stick stuff at the bottom of the barrel. But with him, he's having a bad day. Let's examine the mitigating factors.
Nuts. Having a bad day, and that's what you do. Like, people, we have bad days all the time. What would you do if you had a bad day?
My bad day is basically I ain't coming outside because I know I possibly could get shot. Because if I punch somebody in the face, oh my God, he's losing his mind. Get him, oh my God.
That's y'all on a bad day. I'm the ignorant one, but I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
But remember, before you start, a couple episodes back, remember we talked about how easy it is to give off WAP. But if dudes do that, we going to jail. Yeah. Like when we was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, same kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We walk around outside with an AK, we going to jail.
Right.
They ain't asking we might not make it to jail.
Thank you. The jail aspect.
We ain't getting questioned. Just like Dylan Roof, who shot up the church. They took the man to get food.
Burger King.
They took the man to get food. Literally. Like that's, and we're not a racist podcast, but just the facts are the facts, bro. Like it unfortunately, it's black and white.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. What we say in 2021, the motto is, it is what it is. So yeah, man. I think we was, if I'm not mistaken, Mar, you was listening to the sheriff or some deputy talking about.
The sheriff literally said he had a bad day. Wow. A bad day. I would hate to see like a worse day in his book.
If that's a bad day, I can't imagine what a just like a upset day would be like.
Yeah, like if his mom died or something, I would hate to see how he would react then.
The thing that's bothering me about this whole situation is that they keep trying to use the fact that he interpreted the Bible a certain way to deal with his sex addiction.
Bruh. But everybody interprets the Bible different ways because there are several different religions.
Bruh, there's like 900 different versions of the Bible. Open your Bible app and tell me which one you read. They all sound different.
One of the biggest things, since you say the Bible, that's what I always point out to people. They said his skin was of burnt-ish bronze and hair of wool. But I see this white guy that looks hippie-ish.
The GOAT. I ain't getting in this conversation. Y'all already know how I feel about it.
We addressed it before, but those are 2 things we don't really mess with just because, well, you know how it is. People get sensitive about stuff like that. But I mean, it's true. It's true.
I can crush some shit right now.
We gotta what? And for that aspect, we gotta be PG. Yeah. But you absolutely right. You absolutely right. I just, it's sad. I'm not gonna harp on it too long. I don't think we should sit here for too long because we could really point out everything that's wrong. That's all it is.
Basically, we're giving the table legs.
So hopefully, damn, I like that. I'm stealing that one. Let me write that one down.
Yeah.
But like. It's just sad. I hope he get thrown under the jail. They probably gonna get insanity because they gonna say he was a sex addict and need help.
He gonna plead insanity, get sent to the A ward, live a good life in prison. I'm pretty sure right now Dylan Roof is living the good life. Kyle Rittenhouse ain't even locked up.
He in Costa Rica.
He going to Mexico.
I think
everything, fucking bitches and shit. He chilling.
He vibing.
For one day, I would like to know. What I want to feel how white privilege feel.
Bro, that's a
for
different
one
feeling right
day.
there.
That shit gotta feel like hitting the lotto.
Bro, you can literally do what you
gotta
want.
feel like I can walk into a grocery store, black person in there just minding their business, and I can spit on them and just think that nothing gonna happen to me. Yeah.
Well, please don't, white people. If you see me and you spit, they must have quit. No, I'm gonna have to plead insanity.
Hey, no, what the dude said about
I'm going to have to plead insanity.
So out of 1 to 10, what's your rating of you beating me up or something like that? You can beat me in a fight. Yeah. I keep that thing on me. Spit if you want to.
That's a biological attack.
Person you spit on,
That's
boy.
a biological attack. So you're
COVID
right.
going around too.
Oh yeah, I gotta get you out
Man, that's gonna be the last time you ever.
And COVID going on. Listen, that boy.
Hey, I ain't paid $600 for this Glock to fight nobody.
Extreme ass whooping. In there.
You getting shot, boy.
You might as well spit on during COVID. You get spit on. I'm finna beat your
That
ass
should be
and rob your ass at the same time. I'm going in your pockets.
I'm taking credit
in front of
cards and
everybody. I don't care about nothing. I just got spit on. Probably got AIDS.
Bruh.
I know I got the COVID. I know I got the vid.
Bro,
I know I
you
got
gotta
the vid.
be bold to spit on somebody, dog.
Bro,
That's
you better than me. Not only will I go in his pockets, I'm gonna become a dentist. I'm gonna go in his mouth.
root canal face.
Oh.
Hey man, but again, y'all, this is a horrible thing that happened. Hopefully, this man get the justice that he deserves. But we know that it's not gonna happen that way. I might have mispronounced that phrase, but y'all know what I mean.
The justice that the
victims deserve.
Because this is an atrocity.
Definitely.
And the biggest thing that I want to put out, there's always some mitigating factors, or it's a spin to it. Let's do the deeper dive on him. However, let's just call it what it is.
Crazy white dude with a gun.
Exactly. There's no other way to say what it is.
But
that's just what it is.
You know, conspiracy theory me.
Let me hear it.
It's another shot at taking guns away. Because now they're going to say, because of Georgia's gun law, he was able to get a gun.
Bro, I ain't even going to say that. This stupid ass bill that they just passed about the gun. I'm not getting into that shit. We'll do it next episode.
But you know that's what they're going to go for.
You feel me? But if you tamper with the Second Amendment, then you tampering with the first. Like all of these amendments correlate with one another. You know what I'm saying? So you fuck with one, you edit one, you have to edit the rest of them.
It's scary because then
law comes with the biggest gray area.
Gray area is not even a word. It's an ocean.
It's so
ocean.
many loopholes in it.
Great ocean.
Like I said, a couple episodes ago, nobody knew about the fucking stand your ground law.
Nope.
Nobody knew until this goddamn black teenage boy got killed for fucking walking home.
Yep.
And I'm off it. I'm off.
I feel you. So next current event. This one ain't positive. Either, but you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I feel like it's something fishy. But Deshaun Watson, Houston Texans quarterback, everybody know he wanted to be traded. All of a sudden, now everybody got raped by him, and it's insensitive because you have to believe the victim until proven otherwise. But it's just too coincidental for me.
Let's not forget that some, you know what I'm saying, some hoe hit, I ain't gonna even call her hoe, some female hit AB with the same thing, Antonio Brown with the same thing. I'm a physical therapist hit. Yeah. This man got millions of dollars.
I mean,
and they showed the picture of that girl.
James got it happened.
The man, baby mama, 16 times better than her. She might want money because he was already going.
All I know
spiral.
is if Robert Kraft still owned the Patriots, nothing should happen to Deshaun Watson. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
in.
saying.
Was it Juniper, Florida?
He was in Florida. Yeah,
Juniper.
Yeah.
So let me play devil's advocate. So now it's a situation to where all of these women come out around the time when he wants to be traded.
Yeah.
However, did they already know or just sweep it under the rug?
That's the part that's fishy to me.
Exactly. So this is my whole thing about it. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Not
to say that he's innocent, but if these women's allegations are true, who else was complicit in hiding these allegations?
Yeah. That's not even playing devil's advocate. That's just being straight across the foot, being real. So, because you're right. If they didn't look at it from a financial gain aspect then, what's the difference now?
Exactly. Now because you're taking money out of their bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. So
because mine's gonna be off topic.
So this is my whole thing. If we're going to punish Deshaun, let's punish the people who are the runners who kept it under the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Let's punish
everybody involved.
Exactly. I feel like that about R. Kelly.
Thank you. That's what the fuck I was doing. I ain't canceling shit. What? These little girls' mamas was out there giving up that WAP. Not even they WAP.
Bruh.
Passing their daughter WAP off to a grown-ass man.
People, you'd be surprised how many people complicit with, let's just call it what it is, sexual exploitation. Like, if it's no way that just one person is just this lone rogue person doing all this by themselves.
Exactly.
It's not possible. It's not physically possible. Like, that's just my opinion.
There's no way, because I look at it this way. R. Kelly is said to be illiterate, or he reads at like a 7th grade level.
That big insane, though.
Exactly. So now, with that being said, with Sparkle and the rest of them, I watched the documentary.
Some of it too.
I watched some of it. So she didn't say anything until it was someone in her family, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, when you cried wolf, I feel like it was this. All you guys were in on the heist. You just didn't like your cut.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's all it was.
It was like, all right, you be quiet if I'll buy you a Nissan truck. Oh, you bought this whole Lexus. Nope, I'm saying something. That's exactly what, not saying that's just an example I'm going to use. Because, like you said, you didn't like your cut, so now you're going to get mad. You're going to go back and try to renegotiate, but it's too late.
You all were in on the heist. You just didn't like your cut. And for the young lady who said she was 15 and she went down to the courthouse, I'm thinking to myself, how old is 15? Because I knew at 15 whether I wanted someone to touch me or not, what I was supposed to do. I know I had to beat the street light home. Mm-hmm. I know I had to do these things. But that's so now, let's be real about this now. Because I was in the watermelon field since the age of 10 working. Because I knew, like, hey, if I didn't work, I wasn't getting no school clothes.
That boy was out there.
So now, I look at it from this point. That young lady saw security, financial advancement, or even, hey, I've been with a powerful and strong man. Mm-hmm. So now, let's see how old is 15. Because if you're going to drop the hammer down on him, I want you to get her too. Yeah. I want you to get the parents.
Mm-hmm. The parents, the main culprits to me.
Exactly. And everybody else out there saying, oh, no, you wrong for that. You shouldn't say that. Look, at 15, you knew right from wrong.
You knew right from wrong younger than that.
Thank you.
If you had the right upbringing. Not everybody. Because, we talked about this last episode. People be in their feelings. Everybody feel like everything doesn't apply. So you got to include everybody. The people who didn't have the best upbringing still know right from wrong.
You have that innate ability to say.
You know it's right. You know it's not right. You know what's right and wrong. You know you're not supposed to kill your parents. Nobody had to teach you that.
Exactly.
At the same time, we is
murder alone.
Yeah. We is not agreeing with touching little girls, but at the same time, you have to give that little 15-year-old, 14, 15-year-old, and the parents the same accountability that you gonna give R. Kelly. I'm a grown ass man. Ain't no way my 14-year-old daughter gonna tell me she want to go to the fucking studio with R. Kelly, and I'm gonna let her go.
Even if she want to go to the concert with her friends, you gonna know what friends she going with.
Bitch, I ain't let my wife go.
Exactly. Exactly. Like it's crazy how like nobody asks these questions in all these interviews and stuff. It's just like the common sense stuff goes right out the window.
Yeah.
And I use the example all the time because when I was in high school, I used to do like a little editorial for one of the papers, and somebody asked me, why do you think kids' grades go up and down, blah, blah. I was like, parents. Like, if they had accountability at home, parents would, and people just got mad at me like, oh, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you go home and your parent ain't checking your homework, no matter how old you are, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, they just assuming you gonna not lie? Like, you a kid. You supposed to do that. That just comes with the territory.
Exactly. I expect kids to do kid stuff. So at the end of the day, I look at it this way. When the story is more sensational, they go with that as opposed to the facts or just feeling like I said, hey, the common sense stuff. Where were you at when this was taking place?
Getting the check.
And then exactly. And for me, like when you walk your child in front of R. Kelly, people knew about the Aaliyah thing. Yeah. So this is my whole thing.
That shit made me so mad.
That's dangling meat in front of a wolf. You don't do that.
And then they let the man marry her and was like,
a tiger.
I want to know how much he paid for it.
A tiger going tiger. I can't get mad. Like
Carol Baskins.
I mean,
listen. I feel like if rest in peace to Aaliyah, but if she lived long enough, R. Kelly would have did to her what Bobby Brown did to Whitney.
Yeah, same thing. Wow. I'm not going to argue with that. Same thing. Yeah. Same thing. But not to divert or get too far off the topic, but Deshaun Watson again was the reason why we brought this whole thing up. Y'all think he's still gonna get traded? Because not to jump, but I feel like it's two sides. I feel like the Texans trying to lower his trade value, so he has to play for them. But at the same time, I can see it working for him too. Because it does come out, or if he keeps up, or they keep up with more allegations, they might just cut him and he could walk for free. Because I can see both things happening.
To me, I look at it, he's a top 5 talent, like proven so young.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're saying this, but so for like a commentator said earlier, we cut him for a season.
Yeah, I still got him for 5 years.
Exactly.
Yep.
I can't be mad at that because it's the NFL. Let's just be frank about it. I like this cat, but I wouldn't listen to him for anything other than football advice. Yeah. Ray Lewis.
I was just about to say he murked somebody.
Come on now, let's be for real.
He murked somebody.
Let's keep it G.
He murked. Ben Roethlisberger got accused and charged with rape in the bathroom, and nobody said nothing about it.
Exactly.
Like,
and when Najee
white.
And when Najee Davenport talked about it, he was turned into a pariah. So
well,
now,
what Mac just said,
exactly.
You know, that's just obvious. So, more sad news for all the LeBron fans out there. LeBron hurt. He gone. The Lakers ain't making the playoffs. AD ain't there. That sums it up. Somebody rolled on his ankle. They saying it was a dirty play.
Nah, that was a hustle play. I know I've heard of friendly fire. You still shot either way, but that was a hustle play. Yeah, it wasn't malicious.
I don't think it was dirty.
That was like it was a competitor competing. That's all that was.
I mean, he got back on the court and played, so he wasn't that hurt.
Yeah.
Mac, I know you hate LeBron, so I can't wait to hear this.
I don't hate LeBron. I respect the fuck out of LeBron, but at the same time, I feel like Shannon Sharp was reaching. Man, you out there. Listen, you gotta put the Henny down. You reaching like it's a hustle play. You teach players to, whether it's the first quarter, fucking fourth quarter, whether you up by 30 or down by 30,
hustle.
Play.
Yep.
Play, because it matters. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we losing the game, but I want to see what your character is.
Yeah.
Maybe you ain't starting right now, but maybe I can start you next season based off that one play. You know what I'm saying? It was a hustle play. Whether or not you feel it was necessary or unnecessary, Shannon Sharp played a team sport. He played at the highest level.
Yeah.
You know the game. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
He just
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
reaching.
It's
a reach.
Yeah, he loved him.
I just feel bad for the Lakers, bro, because AD injury prone as ever. He got a torn Achilles. I think they don't want to say it. He had the same thing Kevin Durant had, and he been out for almost 2 months. I just think they might make the playoffs, even the play-in game. It's going to be hard for them to get in if they lose. If LeBron gone for 16 games, if they don't go 500, they ain't got no shot. If they go 500, they might fall out because the West so tough. Feel sorry for them.
All right, so now let me piggyback, like, because it's the LeBron Jordan debate. So now Jordan's supporting cast when he left was still strong enough to get back, right? So LeBron's supporting cast, they're not that strong.
That's because AD gone. Like when Jordan was gone, Scottie Pippen was still there. So let's put Scottie Pippen as AD. If AD was still there, nobody would really be tripping. But because they both gone, they got a bunch of role players.
Scottie, you had Horace Grant, you had who was your shooter?
Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc.
Yeah. So that was a solid.
I'm missing somebody. The one he used to bully. I forgot his name.
Yeah, the young he was, he's not young now. He's a grown man.
Yeah. But
soft spoken country kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, big guy too.
But either way,
yeah.
LeBron always had players around him, but for whatever reason, they was always ass without him. It made no sense to me. Like when he was in Cleveland, he took that 17 to the finals, 06. Oh my God.
Well, we're gonna exclude the Miami teams because everybody could stand on their own.
No, yeah, I'm not. I'm talking about like first 8 years LeBron when he was in Cleveland when they got swept by the Spurs.
Gotcha.
I don't even know half the team he took to them. I know Boobie Gibson from Trying to Be a Rapper.
Didn't they have Eddie Kerr? Not
who else on that? It was
call him Donkey. Him and
it was Mo Williams. I think Boobie Gibson. I don't think Mo Williams was on the finals team though. It was Boobie Gibson, Sasha Pavlovich, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. I want to say Candace Parker brother was on there, Anthony Parker. Only reason why I know this because I love sports. I should have been a damn sportscaster. But anyway, they was ass. Fast forward to 2021, without LeBron, they still ass. Like, they got good players, but they ass. Kyle Kuzma ass.
Who ass?
The Lakers.
No.
Without LeBron and AD, they not winning nothing. They not going to win.
Without both of them, yeah.
They not winning 10 games. They barely winning with LeBron. They ass.
I respect that. The Nets going to win everything, though.
Bro, the Nets a cheat code. We didn't even talk about how Blake Griffin just automatically got legs again and can dunk now. He played the Pistons so bad.
Monster.
First game, he can dunk. But anyway, let me get off LeBron. The saddest thing that's happened in the NBA world is LaMelo Ball got hurt. And he going to be out for the rest of the season. Because he was going to win Rookie of the Year, hands down.
I think off the injury, he's still going to win it.
He ain't coming back, though.
But it ain't no rookie out there balling like him. This
Anthony
man
Edwards
he putting up triple-double. Anthony Edwards, okay.
But they just not winning. LaMelo had a better effect on the team, but he going to miss half the season.
LaMelo been getting triple-doubles out that bitch.
What happened with Zion? He ain't played the whole season. Ja won it. If Zion would have played his whole rookie year, he would have won easy just because he a highlight reel. But
yeah,
if they ended the voting right now, then LaMelo would win hands down. But Anthony Edwards keep dunking on people, so ain't nothing you can do about that. But yeah, sucks for LaMelo because he been hooping. Trade deadline coming up. A bunch of stuff about to happen. But anyway, man, y'all want to go ahead and jump into this topic?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
So for people who've been following us, man, y'all know we try to stay on some educational stuff and stay on some grown up topics and things like that. Our last episode is kind of piggyback off of that. Last episode we talked about them being plan Bs, options outside of the major sports and things like that. So this week we're gonna talk to y'all about college, the ups and downs of it. Title of this episode is College Dropout. It's not necessarily about dropouts, but it's relative in a sense. So the first question I want to ask you, gentlemen, do you feel that college is needed anymore?
To a degree, yes, and to a degree, no. However, it depends on like your secondary education, or should I say your junior high school and high school education. If that's top tier and you have the ability to program, or you can have a trade like a vocational skill, my apologies, like soldering, coding, plumbing, welding. If they still taught that in schools, like how they did, like when my mom and your dads were in school, I could see you, getting out, doing your thing, because a welder makes like $4,000 a month, and then you have no overhead. By overhead, I mean student debt. So with that being said, if you had that skill set, something that people need, like you're always going to need to know how to build a home. You're going to need to know how to fix a car. You're going to need plumbing in your homes. You're going to need roofs for the homes. You're going to need these essential skills and skill sets, correct? So if you have those beforehand, you really don't need school. All right? And then you have someone to show you how to make money work for you, like invest in 403Bs, 401Ks, things of that nature, and you get your credit in line, you're fabulous. But if you don't, you might want to go to college. Become a doctor, a lawyer, things of that nature.
That was going to be my next point.
But that's also a skill set too.
And this is my take on it since you asked. I think kind of what JJ was saying. It's a yes and a no, but for the most part, like the one reason I wanted to talk about this topic is because I think people get education and knowledge mixed up. They're not the same thing. Definitely. They're two different things. Definitely. You don't have to get a college degree, you know what I'm saying, to be educated, you know what I'm saying, to obtain knowledge. Read a book, you know what I'm saying? It's people out here who have no degree and are very successful in businesses, you know what I'm saying, just extremely very successful entrepreneurs. And then there are people who have degrees who aren't successful and are successful. Vice versa, you know what I'm saying? But I think the degree only matters if you know, hey, I'm getting my degree to go be somebody in corporate America. You get what I'm saying? If you don't have any, you know what I'm saying, dreams or aspirations to go work for a Fortune 500 company, then it don't matter.
Like a doctor, lawyer.
You know, be a doctor, lawyer. You don't even need a degree to be a police officer. And then if you do have a degree to be a police officer, you know what I'm saying, to go be one, you're only gonna get like $2,000 extra. You know what I'm saying, off somebody who has no degree. You get what I'm saying? So
I think I told this story last week. I got interviewed by somebody that didn't even have a degree and was like, "Yeah, I gotta go back to school and get what you got." That was the most confusing thing that ever happened to me in my life. Like, how you eligible to interview somebody about a job that requires a degree and you don't have one?
And the cool thing about it is just they've been there for so long. It's the tenure aspect of it. And for me, it always gets me because it's like the person who doesn't have the degree, they're going to have to show the person with the degree how to actually run the job.
That's funny. It is. But let me rephrase the question. Not even rephrase it, but pose it in a different way. With the way social media is now and how you can kind of create a business out of nothing or, market yourself in a certain way to where you don't even need school is an afterthought. Because most of the kids now, you see everybody doing something on TikTok or selling something on Instagram. Everybody got a little side hustle that's might be more prominent than them going to school, because some people walk away with a 6-figure debt for a 5-figure job. And in the business world, that just don't make sense.
Yeah, that's bad
but
economics.
Like, I feel like when I say our timeline, like 2000s, early 2005, 2006, 2007, it was a push on go to college, you need a degree. And like, now it's not the same. And even just, let me give y'all some statistics for people who out there who like numbers and stuff. And this is from the Clearinghouse. In 2011, college enrollment was at 20 million. Now it's at 18. So it's been a slow decline in the last, 9 years, 11% overall. And, there's a bunch of different reasons for that. They're citing the recession back then caused people to go get different kind of jobs. So they stopped going to school. Once it ended, they jumped back in. But, I have my own thoughts about it. But I just feel like now, if the times were different, I don't think I would have went to college. Like, if I was out of school now, I don't think I would go. Because I didn't want to go then, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So my mom was like, no, you can go to school.
Exactly. So let's take a deeper dive in it. And I feel like the reason why school is devalued or why it's going down is because in our elementary schools and junior high, the barometer or the bar for education, the success of it has been lowered.
Definitely.
Instant gratification with no sense of accountability for these children. So now, with that being said, I can understand a kid struggling and them doing their best and you giving them that C, but are you really helping them?
Yeah, it's like the participation medal.
Exactly. What's their actual skill set?
Yeah. And even when they ask you or you take those little aptitude tests, what you'll be good at, or what field you'll do good in based on these questions and answers, they never tell you what's needed to get to that point or what's the profit of being there. Because unfortunately, in the society we live in, everything's ran off money.
Very much so.
So and I said this last part, if you listen, if you haven't, go check it out. If they would have given you a list of careers that made a certain amount of money, you would have definitely had a different outlook on what you picked to do for a living.
Exactly. You'd have valued your education differently as a child.
Because if you make $200,000 as a lawyer, but you got to go through all the schooling, damn, I want to make that. So let me go ahead and do it.
So is that like, is that like a knock to our education? You know how like different countries value education way more
in the United States,
in America?
we don't.
Because it's like, I'm not gonna say education in America is not a privilege. It's almost like
it should be a right.
It's almost like you grow up with a silver spoon. Like you get education is free. All you gotta do is pass the FCAT. Yeah. It's free. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Until you need to do something with it.
Yeah.
Until you need to do something with it, and they charge you. But like, the reason I have that outlook on it, because I feel like my debt wasn't worth the reward. Like the risk wasn't worth the reward. And that's my fault not my fault, but I chose a career that I thought I would want to do.
I feel, and this might not be from, it kind of is from an educational aspect, but I feel like my risk was worth the reward, or my reward was worth the risk, because I learned a lot from going to HBCU.
Socially, yes. Socially.
I learned a lot about life.
Yeah, but
and how it was going to treat me from a social aspect. You know what I'm saying?
I'm strictly talking about
part of education too.
Yeah. That's
part of educating you too.
That you can't pay for. You can't pay for that.
You get what I'm saying?
That's the part that sucks. You can't get that experience without paying for it, unless obviously you can get scholarships, you could play athletics, but everybody isn't gifted with all that. So, it is what it is. And I just don't understand why school costs so much, but you can't make enough to pay it back. Like It doesn't make any sense unless you choose one of the stellar careers that you need.
But I think you gotta understand too. A lot of these people who own these Fortune 500 companies, Donald Trump, for instance, he said his dad gave him a $2 million loan. Yeah. A lot of these people who own these companies or inherit these companies don't go to school, or
they in a boarding school somewhere.
The big cliche out there is not what you know,
it's who you know.
Who you know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't mean to say that I feel like school is a waste of time. I just feel like the money part of it is very double-sided, and it's unfortunate because they send you a massive promissory note and all this stuff to read, You 17, 18. Do you really take the time to read it?
And that's my biggest thing. Like, I teach, so it angers me because I teach history, and especially like with little black kids.
Yeah.
I'm specifically talking to you, little black kids. Reading comprehension is a big thing.
Yes.
I tell my students, I don't see you as my students. I see you as my children, because I think about what life looks for you 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line.
We need more teachers like you.
You have to understand what's being given to you. Matter of fact, I gave them a test, and I put on there directions, directions, put name on test, turn in.
Oh my God.
No one read the directions.
This is completely off topic, but it reminds me of when Juicy J did that twerking challenge for a college scholarship.
Oh yeah.
Everybody kept doing was sending in twerking videos, and all he asked for was to tell him why you wanted to go to college. And nobody read the instructions. Everybody sent the twerking video except for one girl who won.
Exactly. Reading comprehension. Reading is fundamental.
Yep.
And that's
Fun for the mental.
Yeah.
But like the old adage goes, if you don't want black people to see something,
Put it in writing.
Put it in a
Say
book.
it again for the people in the back.
And I'm you know what I'm saying, a victim of it, because don't get me wrong, I can read. Sometimes I like to read, sometimes I don't. It's a whole mood. But I don't care who take offense to this. We all know it as a black culture. Black people do not like to read fine print of anything. You go wreck a car and then you wondering why you footing the bill on a car you wrecked.
Yep.
You know, you ain't read the fine print. You was just so happy to get a car. You signed the shit, boom. Credit card, you signed the shit, boom.
Yep.
Don't even know your goddamn APR is 24%.
Don't
You know
know
what I'm
that.
saying?
You gonna pay $4 for that $2 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Don't know how, like, back to what you were saying about literacy and comprehension and things that they don't teach us in school. It just makes it so frustrating when you get to an age to really understand it. It's like, damn, if I would have had the answers before I took the test, I would have been straight. Like,
because like I have a professor and I love him to this day, Noel E. Lester. He had a saying, don't be mad, be educated. And that's on my board in the school. So I tell my students, don't be mad, be educated, because I teach them history from a real standpoint, something that's factual, something that can actually help you.
I got a question for you when you finish.
Angry. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so you teach history, right?
Yes.
Do you ever run across, and this off topic, it ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about materialistically, but I just feel like I always want to ask a teacher this. When you come across history that you know is incorrect, do you still teach it because it's part of the lesson plan?
I teach that because it's the whitewash version.
Okay.
And then
that's what I was pointing.
I
That's what I
combine it with what the facts are. So,
Okay.
all right, everyone loves Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln. Not Abraham. I'll exclude him for this part of the argument. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Andrew Jackson. All right. So when Thomas Jefferson was president, 20% of the United States population were enslaved people. They were slaves. He owned over 600. However, what he did was this. He stayed true to being a politician. When he was writing the Declaration of Independence, he was so outspoken against slavery. But when he became the president, he owned over 600 slaves.
And we're talking about George Washington, right?
No. We're talking about Thomas Jefferson. Okay. The author and the father of the Declaration of Independence.
Being president makes you impartial to that?
Say that again?
Does being president make you impartial to those rules?
So now, I feel like he did this as a true politician. He used it for his benefit when it was for his benefit, and he denounced it when it was against his political platform.
Y'all don't even know y'all getting educated out here.
Hey, man.
Y'all don't even know
You see the name up there. You see it. We a little ignorant, but we got some sophistication in us, too.
And your guy, Andrew Jackson, he was the worst of the worst. He led a charge on Florida, which was New Spain at the time when he came down, because the Seminole or the Seminole Indian Wars, well, not the Seminole Indian, should I say? Yeah, the Seminole Indian or Seminole Native, however you want to use the verbiage. So that was basically former enslaved African Americans and Seminoles fighting for their freedom. And more so, it was more so African Americans, because we were showing them different signs on how to communicate in the swamps, in the bushes, and how to get away, how to send smoke signals. Like when they'll show you in the old Western movies, the Native Americans sending smoke signals, that was us.
Damn, I just learned something new for today.
That was us.
Write that one down.
So he went down there on his own accord. Andrew Jackson, he led the charge in Florida, not because it was the Native Americans who were fighting for their freedoms, because it was causing insurrection in Georgia, causing enslaved African Americans to fight, leave, bolster, and get their freedom and come to Florida. Because in Spain, well, New Spain, which Florida was known at that time, you were basically a free man if you could get there. It wasn't the best of conditions,
but he was free.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Thank you for teaching me to school. That's wild. I never knew that. Look, but that answers my question.
They don't teach you.
Exactly.
They
of
won't
course.
teach you
We could talk about Black History Month. 'Cause I know that's probably fun, but we could go on forever. So,
all right, let me touch on that. I dislike Black History Month.
I can imagine being a teacher. You can only you restrict it.
And they minimize us.
What you can do, right?
No, not even to what we can do, but 29 days. Yeah. Don't you know the filament in the light bulb was created by a black man?
We
like
actually did. We did a whatchamacallit. Every episode we had in February, you know, our purpose was to do shout outs for individuals from Black History Month that invented things or did stuff we hadn't been taught. So my biggest thing is this. We didn't just do stuff just in 28 days or 29 days in the month. We did and contribute to this United States the whole year.
Since day one, since we've been here. Crispus Attucks was the first man to die for America. He was a black man.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that before.
My take on that shit, I feel like Black History Month is racist anyways. Like, don't nobody else got a month but us.
No, they Hispanic Heritage Month.
They
just got it.
I didn't even know Women's History Month was a thing.
Yeah, Women's History Month.
Is that new?
I'm saying,
I didn't hear about this last year or the year before. Maybe because of COVID, but.
And then also you got to think about the Me Too movement coming to prominence. Okay. But a black woman started that as well. But that was hijacked. So, and what bothers me so much, again, white women, y'all was in on the cut. Y'all was in on the heist, but you just didn't like your cut. Yeah. Because you rolled around in the blood money. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
I mean, we trust me.
Look, it is what it is at the end of the day. I just feel like I feel like Black History Month is what Democrats do to black people when it's election time.
To pacify.
Right. Like
you want to placate our anger and our emotions, and you play on it. So it's for your benefit. Again, politicians being politicians, like with Thomas Jefferson. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's horrible.
But when it works for you, it works. I mean,
I guess we'll figure it out. It'll phase itself out. Yeah. So,
you got one more?
I don't really like to touch on it, but like I just said, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Black History Month is kind of like what the Democrats do to black people to get black people to go out there and vote blue. Mm-hmm. Every Democratic commercial I see, it's a poor black person. All black people are not poor. All black people are not ignorant. All black people do not talk like they're ratchet or from the hood. Why are you not showing black people in a better light? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? You really, it's almost like most Democrats are feeding to the propaganda of the what the media is putting out, right? Like you're not showing us in the uplifting light.
Definitely, we could go on and talk about this for days.
You
but
feel me?
Let's just get back on topic before the people be like, "What are they talking about?" But anyway, like I was saying before, having a 6-figure debt for a 5-figure job obviously isn't always the way to go. But I think my biggest issue with this schooling system, I'm going to call it that, the post-secondary system, is the student debt issues that we have in the country. Like, if you get a degree in any field, and for whatever reason it doesn't work out, I feel like you should be able to give your degree back and they wipe away your debt. And you can start over. Like you can go back. Think about it this way: you can go back to school any age you want and take out any loan to go back. They'll let you do that, but you can't say, you know what? I didn't think of this through. I made a mistake. I want to change careers. Here's my degree back. Take my money back and let me start over.
I like that idea.
It's
a novel concept, but you got to think: can you give back that education in that time too? So
you can't.
You can't give back what you learned.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you don't use it the proper way, you should be able to start over.
But you can't give. But you can't give back knowledge. What they tell you? What, bruh?
I'm not talking about unlearning
people.
something.
But I'm saying people can. They can do whatever to you, put you in a box or whatever. Yeah. But they can't take what's in here. True. So you turn around and be like, oh well, I ain't getting no job with this. I'm gonna get this degree back, but I cannot take that knowledge that you.
That's what you paid for.
That's what you paid for. You ain't pay for the paper. You pay for the knowledge.
You absolutely right.
You get what I'm saying? And they can't take that from you.
Absolutely right.
You get what I'm saying?
So why can't I go back to school and take out more loans then? That's only a one-way street. It should be two ways. That's all I'm saying. There should be some kind of way. And I know they have little programs
like
to help.
Nah,
it's not.
Okay, you want your degree back, but you're talking about something physical. What I gave you, I can't get back from you.
Abstract.
Right.
No.
Abstract.
Because all the money digital.
It's just a piece of paper.
You ever seen $1 million cash?
No.
Oh, exactly. It's all in.
But I know in my life, I've touched $1 million.
Okay. When they send you a stimulus check, do they physically mail money or do they just transfer it digitally?
I mean, if you ain't got no bank account, which is you too fucking old to not have a bank account. Too fucking old.
But I'm playing devil's advocate. There should be a way to hit delete and take away my debt.
Nah,
it should be a reset button.
I don't know about no reset button.
Bro, people do it all the time. If I change careers, I start from the bottom. I don't go. I'm a senior level executive
what?
just
you
because.
Still have knowledge and experience of what you used to. I can't
relatable skills.
Yeah, you live life.
That's what you paid for.
You can't get a mulligan
I gave you what you
life.
paid for. So now you're trying to take money from me, and I can't get back what I taught you.
Okay, you absolutely right. I just feel like it should be a two-way street. It should be give and take.
But it is.
How?
Even swapping no swindle.
You're right. But they have programs, you pay for 10 years, 120, you get rid of it.
All right, check this out. Boom, you go to vocational school, right? Mm-hmm. You go, you take some classes.
You pay a fee. It's different.
But you pay a fee. You learn how to be, electrician. Shit ain't good for you.
Hold on before
you
finish. And for all the people who are going to listen to this and be like, he sounds stupid, I'm playing devil's advocate. I understand it doesn't work that way. I have a master's degree.
Right.
Relax.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. But we ain't trying to throw no shade at y'all because we educated over here, but just chill. But so you go to
you got to remind them, man.
You know what I'm saying? But you go to a vocational school, you get a skill, you pick up a trade, you know what I'm saying? You think you want to be an electrician. You go, you know what I'm saying? You get your certificate to be an electrician, you get on the job, you like, man, this shit ain't for me, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I want my money back. I want to go do carpentry because them niggas ain't got to be outside. What? Like...
But see, the difference is you pay. Let's say, okay, I was looking at what's the joint on Hillsborough, Irwin. You pay $4,000 or $5,000 for that course, compared to what we just talked about, $100,000 for a degree. That's a big difference.
Yeah,
that's a swallowable pill.
Money is money. Because everybody ain't got $500 to blow.
You right.
You got to watch how you count it.
You right. You're right, because you can make $1 million, but if you spend $999,000 of it, you only got $1 left.
Your debt to income ratio, how you living?
Exactly. So. But yeah, that's just I like to be stupid sometimes. I just feel like it's No,
I like the premise of your
not
argument.
stupid. I like to be ignorant sometimes.
Yeah, I like the premise of it.
I like the premise of it, but that shit can go multiple ways.
I know.
That's like
that's back to your gray area point.
That's the gray area, and you can this shit gonna be off topic, but that shit can go to relationships too.
Yeah,
you done put in all this time. All this love.
That's
and
a divorce.
But you can't get your love back. You can't get your money that you spent on that heifer back.
You're right. So, but why can't I go start a new relationship then?
You can go start a new relationship.
That's just like starting a new...
But you ain't taking shit from the old relationship with you to the new.
I'm about to kill your argument. I can go get a new relationship the same way I can go get a new degree and spend more money, but I can never get my money back or get rid of the debt. That's a one-way street.
But you can't get rid of the debt with the relationship. That's what the divorce is. You getting rid of her.
You still got all the baggage.
Hold on now. What if alimony? What if you got to pay? And then think about it. The baby is the baggage too. What if you got some kids?
You see?
Let's throw the gray area.
The gray. You never know. We adding variables, but it's always
right.
Like that.
Yeah.
But okay, I got another question though. We talked about this when Joe first got elected. This little $10,000 knockoff, that ain't cutting it. I need either half or full forgiveness, bro. Just I saw somebody tweet the student or the national debt is like something trillion. Who the hell do we owe? Mars? Like who we owe this money to? Obviously, you financial savvy, you owe it to yourself because you pay taxes, all that stupid crap. But you telling me they can't just hit delete and start over?
But China holds a lot of our debt too. So now,
that's true. We got Chinese devices all over here. Not being racist.
Because you got to think about it this way. Like China's basically our landlord to a certain extent. You tell your landlord, "Fuck you, I ain't paying nothing." See how that works out.
No, I get that part, but I'm just I'm really just dumbing it down to the point of whose idea was it to start a financial debt system? And I understand that's a whole other conversation.
It's usury because
and I'm being facetious.
Okay,
but like Just here.
Because I could have gave you the history.
Yeah. Oh no. You don't have to even waste your time on that.
All right.
When everything was like you said in the beginning of the episode, you have to know how to do certain things, have skills to survive, right? When everything was on the barter system, it's even swap, right?
Yeah.
Who came along and was like, nah, we got to do money?
Because for the niggas who out here scheming. Look, okay, I need my plumbing fixed. I'm gonna get my plumbing fixed. Hey, look, today I know it's an even trade. You do my plumbing, you know what I'm saying? I come paint your house. I don't feel like painting today. That nigga never come around to paint your shit. Okay. It's always gonna be good and evil. It's always gonna be niggas out who want to buck the system.
Always.
So guess what? That's why laws were put in place for motherfuckers who wanted to buck the system or do shit their own way.
I wish I was one of those people who could buck the system. I was talking to somebody yesterday about like how people be doing little, like the lady who did the PPE, the scam.
Who be doing drops?
Bruh, I wish I was one of those people who was bold enough to do it, bro. I'm too scared. I don't want to go to jail.
Was not scared. Listen, I ain't no bitch at all.
But I ain't going to jail.
But I ain't doing 5 years in nobody prison.
For nothing.
I wouldn't even do it for my mama, none of my kids. You crazy? I ain't doing no time for nobody but me.
I don't know if y'all saw the story, but the lady had $3 million in loans for the COVID company crowd.
Yeah, for the PPP.
Bruh, she bought 2 houses, right? But this is how she got caught. Gucci, Chanel, Hermes store.
And that's what
60, 70 rats.
Black people shit.
And it had to be a black person.
And then this is what bothers me so much so about us when it comes to that. We're like teenagers with wealth. You remember the Great Gatsby?
I watched that movie and I didn't understand it when I was younger. I got to watch it again.
Yeah, watch it again. Because what the thing is with us, we're gaudy with our wealth. We're gaudy. You know, we have the big chains, the furs, the cars. And I feel like white people, they already did that. They saw
they did get a 400-year start, so they had a chance to do it.
Exactly.
So. I feel like we got to excuse some of that.
I feel like we got an excuse over here as African Americans. But Africans, I feel like they have a better hold on wealth solely because it's new to us. We're like teenagers with it. With that being said, we want to shine, and like it's in us to have gold, to have those nice things, because we come from a place that has like a multitude of gold, diamond, platinums, a mineral rich resource country.
Yeah,
we have those things, and that's just innate in us. However, you don't need to let everybody know you got it. If you're gonna be a scammer, and I ain't saying go out there and be a scammer,
be quiet,
but this is what I would do. Okay. I would make everything look how it's supposed to. If I have this type of job income,
he finna go off.
My job
finna go off.
My lifestyle will reflect that. Okay, if I'm only making $57,000 a year, there's no need for me to have a Corvette outside. There's no need for me to have a Maserati.
Go ahead,
I was just gonna say
because you said it before.
No, I was just gonna say Ace from Paid in Full,
bro.
Ace had money.
Nobody knew
but
it.
you would not know because the nigga ain't flashy.
Everybody want to be Cameron.
Everybody want to. That, bro, and I know this shit off topic, but that is the problem with our culture. That is the problem with black people. That's why we don't get fucking respected, because niggas go get money and want to buy Gucci. Nigga, you work at fucking McDonald's. I know you can't afford a real Gucci belt.
What's the point of even
why are
having
you
it?
buying Gucci? Bro, me and my friends, we talked about this shit. Like, if I want, I know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull up on a female in a dirty tank top and get the number. I don't need a Gucci belt to help me get your number. You know, like,
Big Sean had a line in one of his songs. If you don't know who Big Sean is, he a good rapper, but he was like,
fabulous.
You don't.
Big Crit too.
I forget. Oh my God! Let's not even joke.
Okay,
we're gonna go.
All right.
Hey,
okay.
But no, he said, it ain't about the car. It's about the nigga who up in it. Like I could pull up on the chick in the Honda and get the digits, something like that. But like, you could be driving a Maserati and be lame as hell. Like, just because you got something don't make you. And obviously, in this materialistic society we live in, you could live the life on Instagram and live in a box. So
exactly,
you can never really know.
And those people, when you see them, like, you don't live like that. And then back to your point of the person who worked at McDonald's and they have the $500 Gucci belt. Okay, you saved up. Let's say on average you make $200 at McDonald's or whatever it is. You say
like $5 something a week.
All right, so $5.
That's a lot.
You say
they probably get paid every 2 weeks, so they're really making like a
$2,000, $2,100 a month.
All right, so now you took that $500, right, to buy a belt, one item of clothing, a belt.
That ain't nobody gonna fucking see.
No, they tuck it in their shirt, tuck the shirt in.
But you're still sagging, which is beyond me.
Beyond me.
All right. So now, with that $500, you could have started a Roth IRA account. You could have put that money in a high yield investment account, or a brokerage account,
or saved it for a car.
Exactly, saved it for a car because you know they got a bus pass. Let's be real about this.
Or just Uber everywhere.
All right, and then on top of it, think about it. What about your children? And if, say, for instance, you're a bachelor, young fella, what about your future? Because at the end of the day, you may be 21.
Someday you're going to be 30.
Thank you. I'm staring 50 down now, down the pipe barrel. I'm like this right here. Woo.
Lord willing, you're going to be 30.
Exactly. So that's my thing. Physically, you're not going to be able to do the same things you're able to do at 21, 22, 23, 30. You got to think about life that's coming beyond.
You said it earlier, YOLO. Everybody got that microwave mentality. But just to get back on topic, though, man, like I have a really posing question that I've always wanted to know, and this happened to me when I graduated, and I told my little brother the same thing. Like when you graduate, before I even ask the question, when you graduated from college, what's the first thing you thought was going to happen after you got your degree?
Instant millionaire.
Okay, what about you?
First thing I thought about when I graduated from college, what I thought was going to happen?
Yeah.
Bitch, I thought I was finna go out there and be making $65K a year off my fucking rip.
Perfect. So expectations for graduation. Like when you get your degree, everybody has a job they want. Everybody has a plan. And sometimes the plan works out. Sometimes the plan doesn't. But more than likely, if we had to put a ballpark percentage on, let's say 60-40, it didn't work out. 40% it did.
Actually,
it's probably
I was
worse.
just looking at the numbers, it's 66%.
Okay, that it does or it doesn't?
It does.
Okay. So that's actually higher than I would assume.
Yeah.
But like 40% of the people, it don't work out how they plan it. And I told my little brother when he graduated, like, don't think about anything you had planned for your job. Don't even try to get mad when it don't work out. Because most of the time, it don't happen the first time that way. Like you thought you was going to be making $65,000. I thought I was going to get the job in the field I wanted. Didn't happen. I ended up working at Bank of America doing security, having people ask me, why are you doing security? You young. Bitch, I'm trying to get a job.
I had to take a whole detour because of tattoos, but that's...
like, that was 10 years ago. Now you can walk around with a face tat and work anywhere.
It's whatever now.
It's different.
Yeah, 34% of them, they fell flat on their face. Yeah. 66, they did what they were supposed to. But like I said, I don't know too much about the face tat thing.
Oh, I was just being facetious about that. I wasn't being serious. But I brought that up because a lot of people only see tunnel vision. Like, I only want to do this. And that's great. If you had the determination, it's going to be harder to get there, blah, blah. But is it wrong, or should you have a plan B is my question. Like, not plan B for not having, doing something different if you graduate college, but plan B for a type of job you want. Because, like you said, you get out of college, and I'm assuming everybody think this, I'm going to get that job I want the first time.
Yeah, you should have a plan B because, like, me growing up in rural Arcadia, the only thing there was I already knew what I was coming back home to, so I was like, I got to make this college thing work or get this job that I need. It was either I was going to be in the watermelon field, loading watermelons, work at the prison, or that was pretty much it, or sell dope.
Yeah.
That was the only three. Like, those, look, in DeSoto County, there's one high school, one middle school, 3 elementaries in the whole county. Literally, these are my options. I already know what I'm finna do. I already know what time it is.
Yep.
And I hate to say it, I think I probably would have been a very efficient drug dealer. I don't think there's no such thing as a good drug dealer.
Yeah.
But I've been probably pretty efficient.
Just you talking about those limited options bring me back to the point you made about our educational system over here, and like compared to China. Like, I always say, like, or I don't know where I say it or see it, but it's like you either a doctor, a dentist, you owning the business, or you working, unfortunately, building something like electronic. Like, there's not many things you could do,
bro.
Yeah,
I just thought of some shit. I fit. This is my take on why Americans don't value education as much as other countries such as Africa, Asians, people from the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? They come over here, get educated, and take it back home and uplift their culture. Us here, we don't value it because everybody bucked the system. Now, hear me out when I say this, right? White people buck the system by it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So my dad's already rich, my mom's already rich. Just like the actor that got caught up in the scandal trying to bribe her goddamn daughters in UCLA, right? So That's
lady.
their way, right? The full house lady. That's their way of bucking the system for their kids. Black people way, okay, if my kid don't make it to school or in college or whatever, I could teach them how to buck Section 8, how to buck food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How to, you know what I'm saying?
How to
Buck
abuse
government assistance, abuse government assistance to make it work. You know, it's people out there right now on Section 8 driving a fucking 2018 Challenger, bro. And I'm out this bitch working fucking 60 hours a week, bro. Right. And I ain't got no damn Challenger. Not to say I can't have one, but I don't got no damn Challenger. You get what I'm saying? Like,
all right, and to piggyback that way, back to it, but not just black people. White people are the biggest recipients of government subsidies.
Yeah.
They are the biggest abusers.
Don't let the news tell it.
The percentage of white people on food stamps compared to black people is way higher.
Because you got to think, we only make up 13% of the population. Mm-hmm. And I remember at the Iowa caucus, I forgot which politician it was. It was back in, I think it was 2016 or even 2012 when they were running for president. And yeah, we're going to take them off food stamps. And in Iowa, there may be 4%, I think, of black people.
Yeah, it's the
and they're like, yeah, get them off.
That 4% is nothing.
Stupid as you, who he talking about? You dummy.
Oh my God, bro.
But it be like that sometimes. And I'm like, bro. And then not even to mention, like, WIC, Women, Infant, and Children. That was a social program started by the Black Panthers. Free lunch was another social program started by the Black Panthers. Mm-hmm. Had you guys not like destroyed those organizations,
He
hate the Black Panthers, bro.
He just educated me.
All right,
listen,
and they did.
Fuck what he talking about. I do not hate the Black Panthers, but you are not gonna sit here and tell me that they are not a militia. Period.
I mean, they were, but they changed the laws for them in order to have guns. But you got to think. Black people were dying at an alarming rate. So you
did I not say that?
Hey, we was arguing about it a couple episodes ago. They had social
programs, and they brought sickle cell anemia to the forefront because there was no funding for sickle cell anemia. So my whole thing is this: back to the government subsidies and white people bucking the system. Mm-hmm. You guys are benefiting from something that black people did for you, but that's always been the case. So now, with that being said, we're off topic, but I like it.
Yeah, we get that. We can bring this thing back, but like I was saying, the plan B is always good to have because.
Oh yeah, I ain't get to answer that, but you should, bro. You should always have a plan B for fucking anything. Don't matter what it is. Like you'd be stupid to go into something without a plan B. Whether you go into that bitch blind, whether you go into that bitch not researching enough or not knowing enough, you need a plan B because life, period, don't always go how you see it. Exactly. That's that sunshine and rainbows effect.
The reason
you got to live in reality.
The reason I brought this up, and I'm hoping, I know you probably watched this. I'm not sure if you have, but Last Chance U.
Yeah.
That show, in a nutshell, is all about having plan Bs because everybody's a 5-star recruit until something happened to where they're not no more.
And I fuck with that show hard because that shit is real life, bro. It ain't like, bro. It ain't like the athletes who, because you know the athletes going to Florida State, they getting pushed through school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got these big boosters and shit behind them.
They not all
pushed through school.
They
ain't
not all
smart.
academically inclined to do it.
These kids at Last Chance U, that shit is real. It's motherfuckers who going to high school right now, reading at a fucking 5th grade level and a fucking senior in school, but all he know how to do or all he does good, that's it. He told that pill, he shoot that rock, he run fast as fuck. That's all he know. That's all anybody in his community is teaching him or harping on. Mm-hmm. Yes. You get what I'm saying?
Did you watch the basketball one yet?
Not yet.
Bro, that shit gonna make you cry. Because that, like, I'm a basketball fan. I love basketball. It's like my favorite sport. But seeing them kids in there and how that coach was with them, it was different than the last 3 seasons. Like, the football ones were good, but the coaches weren't this guy. And, like, this dude was completely invested in these kids having a better opportunity outside of where they were. It wasn't just about them winning games. Like, their season got canceled. And spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, their season got canceled because of COVID. These boys were 29-1, about to go to the state tournament, and they couldn't play. And, like, I'm talking about people at Oak Hill Academy that injuries and gave up on themselves, coming back, like, trying. Like, I'm talking about people that, is one kid in there, he at USC now, he just couldn't do it academically. And I was trying to figure out, like, why wasn't the teacher or maybe his mom and dad, like, just do his work for him, help him better? Like, but then again, is that helping him? Because you're enabling him. And when he gets there, if he don't do it himself, then he's gonna be stuck anyway.
Exactly, because like that, I saw that at USF. Like that was the thing.
Yeah,
like I saw that,
and it's like you was just saying, because these athletes are so prominent and they have boosters that want to fund the school, because if we win games, we get money. It's all money, money, money. I don't care if this kid can't read. You gonna say he can? Somebody else take his test for him, and it's unfortunate because when real life comes,
Derrick Rose.
If you get Kevin Garnett, you get an injury, you break a bone, you can't play.
Kev, but this is the thing. Kev, the scorer, came back and he passed. What it was, he didn't think he was going to pass because otherwise he was going to go to Duke. Yeah, but he passed,
and that's why he ended up going out of high school. But like stuff like that. Luckily, in the NBA, you can go out of high school, or you can sit out a year. But with football, it's different. But not even talk about the pros. When these kids get in any kind of trouble, like, or if something happens to where people give up to them around, they give up on themselves. They have no other way out. Like all they know is this.
Yeah, no support system.
And the message that God was given was like, you can do this, but it's not the end. It can take you anywhere. You just got to get out of here. Like, you're mad at me because I want it more than you do. Because kid, you coaching. I've coached before. Kids gonna give you pushback. Like, of course, we don't want to do what you're saying. It's all fun and games, but everybody in here ain't making it to the league.
And you need a skill set to fall back on. At the end of the day, that's what I tell my kids. Look, you're my kids. That's why I say I know what life looks like for you 10, 20, 30 years down the line.
Because I'm already there. I've been there.
Exactly. I was that athlete. But the thing with me, I was smart. So it was nothing for me to help people or do this because at the end of the day, I coached as well. And I stopped coaching because of that. Like, I'm doing this kid a disservice by me just giving him the grade. Yep. Like, go ahead.
But I was about to say, not to cut y'all off or anything, but that's the part of reality that's not taught in the black community. Yeah. We teach our kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I say we because we're all black, but we teach our kids that there's only the league. Yeah. That's the quickest way to hit the lotto is if there's only the league. Academics ain't gonna get you that money you want. Academics ain't gonna get it like this. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So they only teach you the league. They don't teach you.
But I guarantee we can look it up right now. How many NFL players have degrees? Because you only got to be there for 3, and it's probably less for NBA because you only got to play 1 year.
1 year,
one and done. If I'm going to college, I might just go overseas and play like Brandon Jennings, make me $1 million, and come over here. I don't care about school. And then when you can't play no more, what do? Because you got your agent taking advantage of you because you ain't read that fine print.
Yeah. You don't know percentages.
You don't know what you're supposed to splits, right? Like, you don't understand all this stuff.
And on top of that, where you stand at, like whether you have taxes, income tax, exactly.
Bruh, a lot of people don't look at that.
$1 million can go to $30,000 in a minute.
$1 million ain't nothing no more in this day and age.
But I'm gonna rebut you right there with us in the black community because I came up in Arcadia, a small town. We were still teaching kids how to have a trade on how to do things. Because my thing, I like to work on cars. I like that. So for me, and like my dad's side of the family, it's very unique. South Carolina Geechees. So work ethic. So for them, it was always, you need to be smart. It's just as well as athletic. Because my dad, he only came to one game my senior night. He was like, I know what he can do. He mine. If he was doing rocket science, I might be impressed. That was the thing. Like, look, bro, like, you going to get this lesson or you going to get this lesson. You understand what I'm telling you? So with that being said, Arcadia was different with me and my upbringing and coming up. It was like I had a dichotomy, if you will, a vast. So the guy across the street, he owned the duplexes. He had like 4 of them. But he also had his own construction company, and he also moved them bricks. And catapulted to me was 2 retired educators, Mr. Faison and Mrs. Walmack. They took up a lot of time with me. All right. Next to me was a CPA. All right. And the lady behind me was also a CPA. And the person across the street, well, adjacent, was a trash collector, and his wife was a sanitation worker, and his wife was a deputy. So I got to see a vast of the a whole of the black experience. It wasn't just preached to me football.
That's a positive.
You seen hardworking middle class individuals.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why I love Harlem Heights, my neighborhood. Shout out Harlem Heights, Harlem Circle. So
that sound rough.
Hey, you could get shot over there. Like dead ass. I remember a guy getting killed over in Pools over a utility bill. That's why I stay out of, killed the man shot him like bam through the head. He had his arm up. That's why I stay out of like Money and Family, because dude was talking about talking to his cousin because she had borrowed some money from him, and then her boyfriend got, I'm gonna pay you the money. I told you I stay away from my old lady. Killed him dead. Bow. So like Money and Family, I don't mess with it.
That one, I know y'all, cause I was gonna give this motherfucker.
I'm about to send it. I think I know exactly what you about to say.
I was finna get this motherfucker, like ignorant nigga of the goddamn year. The dude who killed this damn old lady over the stimulus.
I was
check.
just about to send you that to tell you that's
the kids.
It's a quadruple.
He killed everybody in that motherfucker. Over $1,400.
Half, $700. That's half.
Oh, how broke do you gotta be?
Hey, I watched the lady say, I think it was her mother. He got mad because she got stimulus money for her and his kid, and he wanted half of it.
And he don't even take care of his baby.
Bro, you a dirt. He looked like a dirt bag.
I don't even want to say his name, bro. But this that ignorant
That's
shit.
a dirt bag.
He the ignorant motherfucker of the year. Excuse my language. Whatever your name is, boy, you need to go under the jail. Somebody need to beat your ass.
Dirt bag, bro.
He killed a little girl too.
Yeah.
He killed everybody.
Everybody in the house. Dirt now.
About
$700.
That's nuts, dog.
That's crazy.
And
I spent half of that shit on groceries.
Bruh, the thing that sucks about this one article right here is gonna be why that they don't need stimulus. That's exactly why. That's exactly what they going
or why we need to lock their ass up, or why we need to change.
They're gonna use
Amendment.
that one argument or this one individual isolated incident, unfortunately, to begat the whole black community, and it sucks because you got ignorant people like that, bro, that do stupid shit.
Dirt bag.
That was gonna be the you are the ignorant shit of the year.
Though.
About some stupid. Like, I don't even want to read the article or find out what his motive was, because that's just stupid. Because it couldn't have been just for some damn $700, bro. You could.
It might have been a build up over time.
I don't feel like there's no excuse for that, bro.
Yeah, there's no excuse. I can't rationalize or justify that.
But yeah, man, this
not over no money.
Yeah, it's just crazy,
yeah,
dog.
you gonna make money regardless. You gonna run across
that shit
something.
come and go.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't even got no words for that. But yeah, back to my student loan argument. Bro, you know how much it costs to go to school today? Not even that. So let's just do some numbers. 44 million Americans are responsible for $1.56 trillion of the student debt. And that's a total debt. 44 million people. 44 million people have $1.5 trillion in student debt.
Bro, we need to get us a brokerage firm or something. We need to get up.
That's nuts.
This is a heist.
That's nuts. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have an issue with going to school. Education doesn't have to be paid, or like Max said at the beginning of the episode, knowledge and education are different. Yeah. You can be knowledgeable without having the paper education.
Right.
But if you decide to go to school, you shouldn't have to be paying it for the rest of your life, bro. If I go to school for 4 years, why I got a 30-year loan? That's a house.
Really?
That makes no sense.
Really what that is.
That's a house. Yeah. Like, it makes no sense at all.
And then on top of it, literacy, that's comprehension, reading comprehension. That's why I tell people, you have to understand what you're reading when you're reading it. Like, honestly, it's nice to know Pythagorean's theorem. However, can you teach me how I'm supposed to use this money?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, boy.
Ain't that what? A squared, B squared.
I don't even remember that.
A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
You don't need that shit. I need percentages. I need to know how many times motherfucking 9 going to 900,000.
Yeah.
I need to know, bitch, I need to know 14% of 900. Bitch.
Yeah.
Off the top of my shit.
Yeah, teach me a quick way how to flip these numbers.
Yeah.
That's that hidden information. That's I definitely think we got a part 2 of this one. Yeah. This something that we could definitely dive deeper into, man. But, you know, we've been talking to everybody ear off. We introduced a new cast member. Hopefully y'all enjoyed listening to the what's the word? The trio. Right. The trio of ignorance.
And the only reason we really, you know what I'm saying, wrapping this shit up, because we already on y'all last for hour and 14 right now. So we gonna wrap it up in part 2 this shit. But this was a good one. This was definitely a good topic. So
definitely very educational. Thanks to Brother Malcolm over here. Let me stop. Right. But hey, y'all got any shout outs for this episode? Did I miss anything? Let me check the docket one more time. Anything important that we missed? No, I don't think so. Got Deshaun out the way. ATL stuff. Nope. Okay. Any shout out? Oh, before we get to that, please, y'all follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you have any issues with the videos, blame Apple. Shit just ain't working, bro. That's just what it is. It just ain't working, bro. But we gonna get it right, man. I don't have any shout outs personally for this episode, but I would like to shout out to everybody who's continuously supported us, who, you know, keeps our viewership and listenership up each and every week, man. We thank y'all. We got love for all who got love for all. That's my spiel for today. What about yourself, Brother Maul? You got any shout outs?
Charlotte, Harlem Heights, the whole Harlem Heights, everybody over there, Arcadia, DeSoto County, small little country town. Yep.
You already know what I'm finna bust their ass with. One, two, three. Mac Vision Photography, MAC, visionphotography.com. My one-legged wife, you know what I'm saying? That's her company. You know what I'm saying? She take good pictures and everything like that. So if y'all need photos, man, book that shit. Stop playing, man. 813-735-4441. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying?
Mike Jones.
Book your shit, man. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. We got another cast member, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man. We making moves, man. Y'all know where to find us.
Oh, yeah. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all last episode and the episode before that, we about to start this mentorship program. Please look out for that. I have more on that. Dropping on all of our Instagrams, all our Facebooks, on Twitter, everything, man. Real soon, I'm thinking about. We thinking about dropping that shit next month, and it's gonna be a monthly thing. So just be on the lookout for it.
Yes, sir. Y'all know where to find us each and every week. Wednesdays, 7 a.m. Every app you got that plays podcast, we will be there in the classroom kicking this content. We are Sophisticated Ignorance. Until next time. Peace.